Hey guys, so in this video, we're going to be talking about evaluating and using functional notation. So what's involved with this topic is just you're given some form of function and they're giving you questions that involve substituting the input in your function with another value to get some form of like new output. It'll make more sense once we dive in. So let me know what your thoughts are. Here we go. So let's say you're given the function f of x is equal to 3x minus 2, right? So they're giving you this. And in part A, they're asking you to find f of 4. Well, notice that from the given, you had f of x, right? That's how you read this, f of x. And the x has been replaced with a 4. So now that tells me anywhere I see an x in my function, I need to replace it with a 4. So I would do 3 times 4 minus 2, because the x and the 3 were multiplying each other. So 3 times 4 minus 2, which then gives me 12 minus 2, which gives me 10. So f of 4 is equal to 10, and I would be done with my problem at that point. Likewise, for part B, it says f of minus 1. Well, x has been replaced with negative 1, therefore I replace negative 1 with anywhere I see an x. That then becomes negative 3 minus 2, which together becomes minus 5. All right, and let's see a different type of question. So let's say you were given f of a. So the first two questions were numbers, but let's say you were given f of a. How would you go about that? Well, the same way. X has been replaced by the letter A. So wherever I see an X, I replace that with the letter A. And that would be my final answer. There's nowhere else to, nothing else to break down or do after this. So 3a minus 2 would be my final answer. And last but not least, I'm just trying to drill in to you that whatever replaces the x is what you're substituting. So if someone said, what is f of Bob? Then my given is 3x minus 2. I would replace x with the word Bob, and I would have 3 times Bob minus 2. So that would be my final answer, right? So whatever is inside this parentheses is replacing the original x or input that you were given at the beginning of that question. Okay? All right, so what if you were given another type of question? What if this was the function? Maybe try to pause the video here and try to work this problem out on your own to see if you get the answer. Okay, hopefully you were able to do that. If not, I'll dive in and show you how to work out this problem. So like we did before, the x plus 1 has replaced the x. And this is where a lot of students get confused because they say, well, there's already an x in this, so what's happening here? It's fine, ignore that. Treat this x plus 1 as one expression that's replacing the x. So if that's the case, then I would rewrite this statement as 3. This x gets replaced with x plus 1 squared plus 6, right? Just like with the Bob example, whatever's inside the parentheses replaces your original input. And then, well, let's distribute this. So 3 parentheses x plus 1 squared just means x plus 1 times itself. If I multiply and FOIL, x times x is x squared, x times 1 is x, 1 times x is x, and 1 times 1 is 1. This then becomes x squared plus 2x plus 1. Leave that in a parentheses because there's this 3 on the outside, plus 6. Distribute that 3 to each term. That then gives us 3x squared plus 6x plus 3 plus 6. I add my 3 and my 6 and I get 9 plus 6x, 3x squared. And this would be my final answer. All right, a little bit of information in this video, so take some time to go over the content, drop any questions you have in the comments, and I'll get back to you as quickly as possible. All right, thanks. Bye.